Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I will be going over the World of Warcraft version 9.1 PTR patch notes that came out today. This is just live reading them for the first time all the way through, and we'll kind of go through them and kind of give reaction and what we feel about them, what we think about them. First up, we have Demon Hunter, so we have class changes first. Demon Hunter Havoc, Unnatural Malice Conduit, now increases the hunt's damage over time effect instead of initial damage to the primary target, so it's more focused on over time instead of all at once. I mean, I don't know how that'll affect Demon Hunters, but you know, it seems like it's probably more to nerf that initial burst than anything else. Druid Balance Stellar Drift talent has been redesigned. I keep seeing this every patch, it seems like, every build. Starfall damage increased by 50% and allows you to cast while moving while Starfall is active, but it has a 12-second cooldown. It was 15-second cooldown. So I know Balance Druids have been really mad about this, but I guess it's like kind of a cool talent. So I guess somebody was saying it even sims better as single target, even though it's Starfall. But being able to cast while you're moving is generally really good. So we'll see how that works. I'm not, super in tune with the balance community. I just know that they're usually upset when you kind of, mess with them a little bit. That's fine. Next up, we have Holy Paladin stuff. So this is Paladin. It's not nothing with Rat, but we have some Paladin stuff. So they're trying to basically change them from being a nuke DPS. So Flash of Light healing is increased by 20%, so just a healing buff there. Infusion of Light consumed by Holy Light now causes Holy Light to generate a Holy Power. It was 30% additional healing. So like when you crit with your Holy Shock, you get Infusion of Light, and the Holy Light then would do a big amount of healing. Now instead it gives you one Holy Power. I don't know how the actual numbers of that work. Is one Holy Power is 1/3 of a Word of Glory, more than 30% additional healing to your Holy Light. I assume it's either equal or more. Otherwise, I don't understand the change there. I know they're trying to get them to heal more and use Holy Power more. And use their heals more, not use their Holy Power more. But the heals need to generate Holy Power. The damage of all abilities for Holy Paladins have been reduced by 8%. So that's definitely big. I was actually expecting more. I was thinking up to like 15%. So 8% is not bad. I'm not. They shouldn't be too worried about that. You're still going to be doing a lot of damage. Yeah, it's just going to be 8% lower overall. There is some additional changes though. Ashen Hollow Venthyr ability damage reduced by an additional 10% on top of that. So you have your abilities already down by 8, but Ashen Hollow goes down 10%. It says only for Holy, so hopefully it doesn't affect like the Ret Paladins that are still Venthyr. Hammer of Wrath damage reduced by an additional 10%. Judgment damage reduced by an additional 10%. And Crusader Strike mana cost increased to 11%. It was 9%. So they are punishing a little bit for using Crusader Strike. A little bit more, I guess, 2%. Crusader's Might talent reduces the cooldown of Holy Shock by 1 second instead of 1.5. And fixed an issue that increased the damage of Hallowed Discernment, the Venthyr Conduit, for Holy Paladins. So I don't know if that means that the issue exists for Ret and Prod as well, but they only fixed it for Holy or what. But so it is a big damage nerf, but you're still doing a lot. It's not like all these numbers are like 10%. So it's 8% and then 10% on top of that. So, it's a lot, but it's not everything. So you'll probably still be doing a lot of damage. You just won't be doing as much. You won't be the top DPS, and maybe it'll be worth more to actually press your heals instead of damage. So that's what they're going for. Hopefully they get there, and hopefully the healing that they are increasing is enough to make up for that, because nobody wants to just be nerfing to the ground. Holy Priest, Symbol of Hope, has been redesigned. Bolster the morale of party raid members within 40 yards. They each recover 60 seconds of cooldown of a major defensive ability, and they regain 18% of their missing mana over 5 seconds. So this is a mana regenerator, which is good for, it's like a healing cooldown for if you're low on mana, and also the major cooldown thing. So I want to know what the cooldowns are for each class or spec or whatever. If this is like Bubble and Ice Block, then this is really, really good. If it's like for Ret Paladins, Shield of Vengeance, then, I mean, it's still nice, I guess, but it's not nearly as good, The Shield of Vengeance doesn't really absorb too much damage, so I wouldn't call that major in any way. So we'll see exactly what cooldowns that is lowering. For Warlock, we have Destruction, Eradication talent. now also increases the damage of pets and guardians. So just some more damage there. Affliction, Haunt talent, and Shadow's Embrace talent now also increase. So increase the damage of pets. Demonology from the Shadows talent now increases your pet's Shadow Flame damage. So just buffing pet damage for Warlocks. It's probably nothing significant, but you know, they probably saw that as an avenue to increase damage very passively. Covenants, Conduits, higher item levels of versions of most existing conduits can now be found in the world. The remaining conduits will be implemented in a later build. So most of the conduits are now out and about. Dungeons and Raids, the new mega dungeon, Tazavash, the Veiled Market. This mega dungeon has an introduction quest line. The Alley Cat of Orobos starts at the Orobos Innkeeper. So Alley Cat. It's just like worded different. That's funny. So this is just the mega dungeon. The mega dungeons so far have been great. Mechagon and Return to Karazhan have both been great. I expect this one to be great. The dungeon looks really sweet. If you haven't seen the screenshots of it yet, it's really, really nice. PvP. I won't go into the class PvP stuff because I just don't know enough about it, but I will go over these. Upgrading PvP items now relies on your best rating of the week. This is an attempt to kind of stop boosting. Obviously, somebody could just pay for a win every week once they pay for their rating. But at least they'll have to pay more gold, I guess. PvP, cloaks, necklaces, and crowd control trinkets now appear less frequently in the Great Vault. This is really good. Well, the crowd control trinkets especially, because you don't need a million of them, obviously. So you'd want to get those all the time. PvP staves no longer appear in the Great Vault for Shaman, because Shaman probably don't really want the staff. Is probably why. Repeat Arena Skirmish wins will now award 3 conquest, and it was 0. So you kind of just farm Arena Skirmishes now very slowly for your conquest. Again, there's no pally changes here, so nothing really worth talking about since I don't really know the PvP aspect of any other classes that well. So I won't be saying very useful things. Rune carving. Priest has new rune carving powers. They don't go any more depth than that. The Maw. New Zone Korthia. New visitor dailies added in this update. The Archivist Codex. Discover more of Korthia's ancient secrets as you recover relics for the Reliquary of Remembrance that were lost in the wake of Mawshorn invasion. Players can begin the Archivist Codex by rescuing Scholar Rosur near the Seeker's Quorum. Recover relic fragments from treasures, bosses, and enemies to improve your reputation. More changes will be coming. I wonder if this is the thing. So there's going to be sockets again, and there's going to be sockets and conduit upgrades. I wonder if this is the guy that you do it with. New rares and treasures to discover in Korthia and Desmoteran. I'm just assuming that's how you pronounce that. New rares and treasures added in this update. Finally, Torghast Soul Ash. The amount of Soul Ash that is awarded in the first completed run of the week for any given Torghast wing and layer has been increased. Repeat runs of previously completed Torghast wings and layers will now award partial Soul Ash. They're just making it a little bit easier to get the Soul Ash. It's not a huge amount easier, but it is easier. And that's people are asking for easier, so they are bending. They're not breaking to your will, but they are bending to your will. So hopefully people can be happy about that. So yeah, that's it for these patch notes. They weren't too long. But mostly positive things in here, unless your class got nerfed, like Holy Paladin, for example. I guess you're not probably too happy about it. But yeah, mostly good things in here, so that's good. We'll keep going with 9.1, and hopefully we have more good stuff coming. That's it for this video. As always, I ask you to please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.